Patched up. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another stream. Where, guess what? Today has been a long day, and after much looking through stuff, I was trying to figure out what we were going to do today, and kept on coming up short on things that might be interesting or weren't NDA. So, as soon as I quit losing my headphones, I think today we're just going to play some 7 Billion Humans, hang out, chat, try to figure out how to make it through. I started playing the game, a while back and never really finished it. I realized we were missing some levels, so figure we're just gonna do that, hang out, maybe chat. So definitely come say hello, and we're gonna see if we can make it up the corporate ladder, so to speak. So let's do this game. There we go. And I'm gonna put the desktop audio, so let me know if the sound is okay or if it ends up being too loud on the desktop audio, so that you guys can get the sound. I do realize it's not showing me the green. Change what it's coming out of. There we go. So we should have some music now in the background. Let me know if it's too loud or if it's too soft or whatever, but we should be able to hear the so entertaining game music. All right, so let's see, where were we at on the corporate ladder? My employee ID, year 60, close to retirement. I'm stuck on level 42. Oh, I think we made level 42. We did. We're up on the corporate ladder. You're gonna get spoilers. So far the way I've been playing this game is to try to make it with all the achievements all the way up before moving on to the next level. So it's been taking me, so everything is been completed, like all of it all the way down. Some on my own, some thanks to you all, but it has all been done all the way with all the achievements. So, and in typical very neurotic sense, I've been going at the numbers in order too. So we're 60, 61 lazy pathways. All right, have you seen my legs? No, I have not seen your legs. I haven't either. Oh, okay. So they're pretty short. Okay. So I don't like to walk any further than I need to. I would like to know, how far would I need to walk to reach every point in this room? Every tile surrounding me is 1 tile away, then 2. I filled out a few of the distances already, as you can see. Yes, you're welcome. Please go change all those 99s to display the minimum number of tiles I'd have to walk to get to that position. I'll be here. Okay, it looks like I had already started it. Let's see how far we got with this. Maybe we should start from scratch, I don't know. That might be easier. Seems like I had started something that was working out pretty well. Where was I getting stuck? All right. Nothing to pick up. I guess I could speed this up, but I can't remember what my code was doing, so I'm missing. Oh Lord. Alright, it looks like we keep going and going and going, and then, yeah, looks like I have a failed end condition somewhere. Alright. Oh Lord, this is quite the thing. I don't know if I wanna... I don't know how I feel about this. It's obviously not I'm gonna, let's see. I think we can stop it. We're going to infinity here. I think we're gonna start a new one. That might be worthwhile. So I gave up optimizing at level 10. I don't know. There's so few video games I'm actually good at. That when I find one that like speaks to me, I kind of like doing all the achievements. It's a thing. So I think if I remember this, because I haven't played in a hot minute, we're going to want to the first row. All right, let's think about this logic. Over here, these are all ones. Interesting. So let's think through if we so you're one, these are all going to be ones, which means these are all going to be twos, which means these four up here are all going to be threes. All right, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1, the big boss, because diagonals seem to count. So we can definitely move everybody over. We have multiple sets of people. Let's deal with this first row, because maybe this first row can go all the way up to here and deal with these guys, while this row takes care of these. So let's first deal with the first set of peoples. So let's do if direction forward is equal to a data cube, right? So that should take care of the first row. And what we're going to do is we're going to have them all step forward 1. So that should make that first row step 1. Cool. Yeah, I know. Now, if the row, so you're equal to 4, that's a special one. So 1, 2, 3. This is going to be 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so these are 4s. So these are 5s, right? So once they're here, if the number to the left is 1, if the data cube to the left is equal to a data cube is equal to 1, right? Then the current one we need to set to 2. Take actually we need to take from, because we'll have taken a step 1, so take from, I don't need this if, I want to take from down. Where's my if go? I needed that if direction equals 1, then we want to take from down, calc I don't need to put it in memory, do I? No, I do. Calc my item. Actually, I don't need to. I just need to write. Write 2. If take from the self, so write 3. And then drop. And then take from. Now we're taking from, yeah, we're going to take from over here, right 2, and then drop. Okay, so let's see what that does. This isn't what we're looking for. Why didn't it not? What did it do? What is it? Pick up. Am I just being a butt and it's supposed to be pickup? I haven't played this in a hot minute. Why is it not letting me pick up and write? Okay. Oh, because if it's not equals, it's equals. $99. It's not equals 1, it's equals 99. That's what it is. Wait, if we go that and we equal 99. Okay. That didn't quite work out quite right. If over there equals 99, pick up, write 3, drop, pick up 2. Actually, we're not picking up underneath, we're picking up the self. That's what we're doing wrong. Picking up the self. Okay. Yeah, I know. The bottom one's not gonna be correct though. So if the current is 99 and the one below it is 99. Yeah, I think. So, and the one below it is 99. Let's see what that does. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cool. So now we need to deal with these guys, right? So these guys, to deal with her, we know that we need to look at the one before, right? So we know that the so so to do her, we can look at diagonal, diagonal, we can look at diagonal. Okay, so we can say if, okay, so now we need another if. Yeah. So if the direction not equals 99, then we can calc direction plus 1, and then pick up, right, drop. And actually, we can do that. Jump. We can do that over and over again. Oh, I don't want to write 0. I want to write mem1. There we go. Oh, I should probably take a step because this is going to last forever. Then I can do a step. Problem is we stay stuck. What we could potentially do actually, if we start with this, we get rid of all of this other stuff. If we start by doing, let's try this differently. If we take care of these two up top, which level is this? It is level 61, lazy pathways. All right, so if we take I forgot these guys have things to say. Okay. So if we start I almost feel like the first row needs to go all the way to the end. Except we don't know the context sort of calculating it. I mean, this would be 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? That would be 8. That would give us a row to operate off of. So if I take Mr. Glasses over here, sensitive person here, and I do if you are a wall And that equals the data block. I want you to write step right 3. Oh, I need to pick up, don't I? Well, that actually right? Do I need to pick it up? Yeah, I have to actually pick it up. All right. So step pick up right 3. I don't have a while loop, which is unfortunate. And then right 3 drop the actually I can make a while loop if do calc. I'm gonna set mem1 equals if mem1 greater than 0, step right 3, write mem1 drop, and then set so we need to calc mem1 minus 1 set mem1 set mem1 actually I don't need to set at that point because I have mem1 equals calc. So that should give me a loop. Now 3. Oh, I need to actually, move. That would be good. Move. Step. That way. And then I need a loop. Jump. And there we go. Why am I skipping one every time? Oh, because I'm doing the step first. That. Alright, so now, let's see. 3, 2, 1. Okay. And actually, so I can do is greater than 1. Because I don't need to write on 1 because we have the 1. Then I need to step. So this gets me there. Right. Cool. So now I can make him move all the way across. Because we have all the ones. That's fine. So I want if mem1 cool. So then we're gonna be back here, right? So if so that gets him over here. So then I want him to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then I want to step, I want the close nearest. Can I do? Data cube. I can't do data cube 2. What happens if I do nearest wall? Oh, that's mem 1 I want to go to. I could do a for each direction. Well, oops. Keep on forgetting that exists. I kind of wonder about that strategy. I'm squirreling hardcore, but that's okay. For each direction, as men 1, if direction if I'm gonna pick up hold on. I don't remember how the for each dir works. For each dir mem 1 if mem 1 not equals 99, pick up pick up if for each direction is not equal 99, mem 2 what does nearest allow to do? No, I don't want nearest. Mem 1 plus 1. Pick up right 2, pick up but I can't move in that context though. If above, let's try that. What happens if I do that? That is not panning out well for a hero. if and equals a data cube. I did that backwards. Okay. So I should be able to loop here. If something is awry, because, yeah, we're getting bigger numbers, not... Yeah... So that one arrived. Let me stop that. That... If over there... If above you... No. We need to do that. If that is not equal to 99... There we go. That's gonna be a 5. That should also be a 5. But now we're stuck. Because we're checking these two. And we can check for each dir that we are we can do the opposite, right? So same thing. If mem1 not equals 99 and a data cube. Then we're gonna do the opposite, right? We're gonna do calc mem1 -1 pick up write mem2. That's supposed to be a mem2. right, then 2, step, and drop. See, but this one, we're still only ever operating on okay, so if I move, if I do 1 step, okay. So that built it nicely, right? We need to account for downward spiraling. So if, see, if that one, what I can do is, if equals 99, not equals 99, we can keep moving, right? Okay. See, but how did we miss this 99? So we ended up missing one. We're not taking the step in the right. Because we're stepping. Alright, we need to put the jump. We're looking forward, we're looking forward. This one needs to be looking forward. There we go. Okay, so now we can say the number of steps on this is going to be dumb, but if right, so for each dir, so we did bottom and top, so we need to do the backs, right, the behinds us. So if behind us or because here we're subtracting, actually here we're adding. We're adding. Here we're subtracting. There's only 7 ways till Sunday to do this. So if we're looking above, we need to add. I think. And this one would be that, I think. Let's see if that works out. Well, so far we're no longer advancing, which is very odd. Our 2 bottom dudes are doing fantastically, although they should be helping each other out. There we go. But now they're stuck. And the top ones never kept going. And I don't even know that this... No, it is correct. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's correct. But why did the top never... Because we got mem3. There we go. It did it, level 42. Nice. And so now we're getting stuck here. But we skipped 2 at the beginning, which is weird. You did level 42. Is that the level we're on right now? Because I kind of lost track. Hold on. I'm having some browser difficulties. There you go. What game is this? Hello, Mauricio. This is 7 billion humans. It is essentially a vaguely programmy game where you're trying to write a program to follow instructions. In this case, we need to. This is the boss. It's code. Yeah, kinda. Um, it's in some ways simplified code. In some ways harder because as a developer, I'm used to having a lot more functions like while loops and for loops, and I don't have any of that. I have a very limited set of functions that I can use to, right now we're trying to get, so the cubes are the number of cubes to get to the boss. So here it's going to be 1, 2, the 99s need to be replaced by the actual number. So that's what we're trying to make it do. So if I think what we need to do is if the current not equals 99, I think that may be where we failed. All right, now we're still, that's, all right, we need to do step. I think we can move that here. And then we're gonna pick up the self and drop. Pick up the self and drop and then step. Let's see what that does. Now we're kind of talking. So some of them no items to write. So it looks like a logic underneath. Oh, because I have it in the wrong order. Pick up, then drop. There we go. Okay, so I think we can add a second loopity-loo here, a second jump here. Because if you've done that, you're not going to be, you need to go ahead and do your step. All right. Now, why are the doodads at the top staying stuck? Because they have the 3s to base themselves off of. So why are the doodads? Ew, because I put the jump in the wrong spot. We need to put the jump here. If, and that jump can stay there because it's, there we go. Now our doodads, however, our doodads are not doing things appropriately because we ended up with a -1 at the beginning, which is not necessarily correct at all. All right. Alrighty. Alright. And that's because, right, we're ending up in the negatives. How are we ending up with a 0? 5, 5. If not equals 99. And we're looking at below and underneath. Um, um, how are we getting that -1? Oh, because this is mem1 and this should be mem3. That's how we're ending up with that -1. Let's try that again. Here we've got some memory issues. And we need to take this wall into consideration, because that's when we need to start incrementing. Although this did it correctly right up until here, there's a fallacy in our increase logic. Because once you get to the wall, it's no longer true. So once you get to here, so, which is going to be tough to figure out for these two dudes. But we can actually let the two dudes run stupid, because, and just be wrong and count them as a loss. Maybe. Maybe. But so far it's looking pretty good on getting there. So we need to start accounting for if it's a wall. So if it's not equal to 99, we're going to move. But if it's equal to a wall, before we're going to step, if that is equal to a wall, we're going to go do something new. We're going to go do something else. If it's equal to a wall, we're going to... What happens to the nearest wall? Nearest... Take from... This looks complicated. So the students need to like solve the problems. Kinda, that's the idea. I mean, it's based on like a corporation. So the idea is that like the dude with the glasses in the middle is the big boss, and like all of these are like the minion factory workers or whatever. I don't remember how I came across your channel. I don't know. That I couldn't tell you. But I don't think that taking from the wall is going to help us. Because I think it's going to assume that this is the closest wall that they're already butting up against. I don't think it's going to consider this as the closest wall for people that are butting up against the wall. Because I think that even though this is brown versus green, I think it's all considered a wall. This looks fun though. It is. It's actually the sequel to... Oh, what was the name of the other game? Oh, shoot. It was called Human Resource Machine. Yes. Human Resource Machine. And the basis for Human Resource Machine was to learning assembler. So that was the idea on that. I hope you're having fun. Yeah, so far so good. It's definitely a brain teaser. Alright, so my wall's not working. We're gonna get rid of the take from the wall. However, we are appropriately figuring out and jumping once we hit this wall. So I think what we could say is potentially even, I can't say not, I can say not a data cube. Not a data cube and not a fellow dude. And not a fellow dude. Because that, I think, would account for the boss. And so if we're going to do that, I think we're going to say if my current number is less than, let's say 3, I want you to step up. I'm saying 3 at random. And if not equals a wall, keep going. And that's gonna keep me going upwards if my number's less than. Oh, cool. Well, very good luck on your exam. I hope it goes well for you. What topic? If you don't mind me asking. And yes, definitely studying more important than watching me fight a video game. Okay, so I am moving. Bye bye. Wish you the best on your channel. Have a best of luck on your exam. Hope it all works out great for you. And good job on being responsible and going to go study. Instead of, you know, video games. Alright, so we moved up. However, while we were moving up, we could have been optimizing our number. It's economics. Ooh, fun. Well, best of luck. Microeconomics. Well, that's not so bad. It's a lot of math, if I remember correctly. It's been a long time since I've had to take any. Okay, so our moving ups peoples up until the wall, which we did. This isn't quite, yes, I know it's not what we asked for. And I moved the bubble. Problem is once I have the bubble, I can't see. Okay. Let's see. Let's take a quick break so I can refill my coffee because I feel like this is going to require some more brain power. I will be right back. How about now? No audio. Is it we still have no audio? Because I forgot to unmute. Or to, yeah. Um, mm, I wonder. Starting to wonder if I need to look up the answer online, quite frankly. Starting to wonder what the hell. I wonder if maybe if we go down first and then up? Maybe? Because we don't seem to be able to get around the wall. But like some of the other levels, like I used a zigzag pattern like that before. It's been a hot minute, but I don't remember how it worked. Okay, cool. We're going around in circles. Not terribly helpful. Okay. Alright, we're gonna speed this up. Yeah, we're stuck. I do this. No. Alright. We put you here. Nope. There's gotta be a combination. That makes me go up, which is nice, but not terribly. Okay. That was the same problem we had before. That doesn't solve that though. Remember that you can select multiple directions on a single step and they'll randomize. Ew. I mean, I guess I could do a randomizer. However dumb it would be. Right? Like, fine. Randomize the shit out of this. Yeah, we'll eventually touch it all. Oh, that's so gross. But genius. Okay. So at this point, once we're randomizing, we need to figure out what the smallest number around us is, right? So coffee. Yes, coffee. I need more coffee. Do we have more coffee? That would be really nice. So if we look at around us, right? For each dir as mem1, right? We go and find the smallest number. So to find the smallest number, so if we do have coffee. Thank you. I love how I can like beg for coffee on stream and it magically appears at my stream. Would you like to say hi? He's hiding and running away. Thank you. All right. So what we need to do is figure that First off, if mem1 equals a data cube, right? Because we don't care about walls. And since we want to keep everything, if what's underneath you is always going to be the bigger number, right? So what we want is if we're going to save it in memory and compare it to see if mem1 is bigger than it. So we want the smallest number. So we'll say if and mem2, I need to set mem2. Right, and mem2 is greater than mem1. Right. Then we're gonna set mem1. And then once we have the smallest number, we're gonna pick up underneath. Right, we're gonna pick up underneath ourselves. And we're gonna write it and drop it, right? We're gonna write mem2 and drop it. And then jump. Because we find the smallest around us. Oh, we need to calc though. We need to do a +1, right? Because we're going underneath. So we want to do a +1. So, if it's not, if underneath is a data cube, and it's already greater than mem2, right? So if is a data cube and is greater than mem2, then we want to pick up, because we definitely don't want to overwrite it with something bigger. Let's see what that does. You know, it would help if I calc and if I dropped, because at some point we're forgetting to drop. Calc. +1. Pick up. Something like that. We should probably protect the ones. Although this should do it because we're already checking that it's greater than Okay, we definitely need to protect the ones. Actually, this is we're checking the self. And then we shouldn't have to protect the ones. That should do it. Alright, we're getting there. I have a hard time thinking we're gonna gain any speed advantages doing this. Looks like the highest number we've seen so far is maybe a 10 or an 11. Doesn't ever stop. Are we just not getting there, or are we... Do we need a bail? Do we need a bail condition? Like it's... We're somehow... 9... We're repeating the same number, so at some point it looks like we need a bail condition. Note that you have some incorrect numbers in the right-left column. Those can't be one. Right-left column. I do. Why is... It's up when it finally corrects. That is the way my general approach, and it's initially put some numbers too high as it goes around the corner. Note that you have some incorrect. Those can't be one. Okay. Why is that happening? I mean, there's a point at which we can do an if here. If we're equal to 1, right? Those can't be 1. And it's a data cube. That doesn't solve. if underneath is equal to 1, or if it's a data cube. I guess not equal to 1. That's when we want to do the thing, right? It's not equal to 1. And also look at, note that you have some incorrect numbers on the far right. Those can't be 1. So if we I mean, it'd have to be greater than the mem2. And then we can move that in here. Right. Except the step needs to be here. No, we still have those ones. And they're not getting fixed. Yeah, those ones are not. I'm confused as to how we're getting these ones over there. Mem2 equals set mem1. If it's a data cube and mem2 is greater than mem1. Because we want the smallest of the numbers all the way around. What's in them two before it gets set initially? It's gonna be a 0. It's gonna be worth 0. Shit. So, how do I need to initialize? And mem2 is never gonna be 0. So, and mem2 not equals. Actually, this would be an or. Mem2 equals 0. Right. Now we do have an erroneous 4 and 5 up there now. Is it gonna go back and fix it, or is it doomed? I think it is permanently Borkied. So, because it's not seemingly cleaning that up. Alright, so, yeah, those are... There's also an 8 in the corner, that should be a 9. Yeah, that 3 at the bottom is not right. Something wrong with this. Okay. So if we set this mem2 equal to 0, because it's never going to be equal to 0, if we set that first. And my, and mem1 equals a data cube. Or, and mem2 is greater than m1. Let's see how that plays out. Can never be getting bigger than what? 3, 2, like 1 and 2. This should be a 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I think 11. If there's a data cube and it's 11. Right? And then we don't have to bother with it underneath. Not equal to 1. So now all we have to worry about is we can delete that one. Mem1 equals the data cube. And maybe. Got too many ones. Why are we having too many ones? Audio block of force at the top. Yeah, I know, like, the behavior is kind of weird. There's something about my if statements, I think, that's not... Like, it's just not doing the ones correctly at the top. Why is beyond me? Let's get rid of this wrapper if for now. Maybe that's premature optimization or something. Right? If we get rid of this for now. And we just do the roundy bit. Now we're still getting the one in the corner that's being a butt. I don't think the order of this makes a difference. Right, because I'm looking all the way around for the lowest number. So if mem1 and okay, so if mem2 equals 0 or mem1 greater than mem2 and mem2 equals mem1 equals a data cube. Maybe. No, because now I'm never hitting. So this mem2 equals 0 is not a thing. That really warped it. If mem1 equals a data cube and mem2 greater than, these are all mem1s, but we never really set the beginning value of mem1, of mem2. We set it here. And then we move. It's never really reset. We definitely want to do starting at 0. So if I do mem2, like if I start with mem2 equals 4, Let's do that. Or M2 equals 99, right? Will that fix our issue? Well, it fixed the one problem. What are we feeling at? That we haven't finished yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9. There's a 10 over there that's incorrect in that corner. Or a 9 that should be a 10. Okay, so that's where we need to put some boundaries maybe on... Alright, let's start with if equals a data cube, right? It's gonna be... And then... And it's not equal to 1, because if it's equal to 1, we don't want to mess with it. It's already as low as it's gonna go. So if we do that, I don't know that's gonna improve our odds, but I know that the maybe this is the issue. Yeah. In mine, I have a condition to complete anything that isn't greater than 2. Yeah. Not equal to 1, greater than 2. Oh, greater than 2. Interesting. It doesn't have all the 2s. Yeah, isn't greater than 2, yeah. If greater than or equal to 2. Oh, that's working. I don't think I need to set them M2 anymore. What am I doing wrong? I think the step. There we go. No, we have the one problem again. Alright, where it was. Hold on. You definitely need to initialize. Why am everything paused? Oh, because it's doing a commercial. Alright, let's be right back for the commercial break. Okay, dumb idea. Instead of initializing, what if I write regardless? If I get rid of this block altogether, this if block. If I write regardless, because I already have the check on the data cube earlier, and the memory too. So let's get rid of that. And we're back to having one problems. A whole lot of them. Okay. So if I say set mem2 equals 11. Okay, so far our right hand side is good. Where is it failing? That needs to be, no, 8 is fine. Or 5, 6. Oh, you guys aren't getting the game audio anymore. What a shame. There you go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so this is where I want it to quit futzing with it if it's low enough. So if that is if underneath is greater than or equal to mem2, there's nothing to do. So if it's less, then there's nothing to do. Okay. Quit making my things bigger that don't need to be bigger, right? So quit reverting my 9s into 10s and 10s back into 9s repeatedly. There we go. That was the piece that needed, because it kept on flipping them back again. Transferred to another office. Oh, we got the commands. No. Well, I was going to say the randomizer. The randomizer got us through. Barely. Randomizer's always a shit show on whether it's going to go through. Apparently we got speed. Just barely. The randomizer is weird that way, right? Like, sometimes you're gonna get it, sometimes you're not, but... Let me see your solution again. Alright. Alright, so... I said 11 because... I set it to 11 because the highest number is 10. And then we do a random on the movement. And then I double check that you're not a data cube. That what you have underneath, shoot, is greater than 2. But that also what you have underneath is greater than or equal to mem2. So, because otherwise, I think that's maybe more important than the greater than the 2. Although we might be able to get rid of the greater than or equal to 2, but definitely the mem2, because if you're greater than, if you're smaller than, no, we do need the 2. Because if you're smaller than what we have in memory, all you're going to do is re-increment it up. So that makes sense. Then we check each direction for finding a smaller number. and then rewrite regardless. So successfully at random tests, yeah. Yes, I read error speed testing field for running the program. Here I tried to reproduce this condition, this solution. Try running your program again right now and pay close attention. Yeah, I mean, it's gonna randomize. No, it's made it on purpose to make me fail on speed, probably. I doubt it, though, because it's a randomizer, so the fact that we failed on speed, there's very little it can do to make me fail. Because it's a randomizer. I wonder what it's doing on purpose to make me fail. I guess it changed where the data cubes were. Did it change where the data cubes were? No. So there's... Other than it changing its randomizing algorithm on purpose, it should just do the trick again. But now it's out to get me, so... What did it do to make me fail now? Which number are we never hitting? I don't know which number we're never hitting. It doesn't matter, we got the achievement. That's really weird, though. Alright. I'm not gonna start it now, because it's 11. We'll go take a peek at what the sorting floor is. Yeah, it's penalizing. It's getting to be unseasonably windy here. Well, things change. Yes, that grid of 9 data cubes also needs to change. Please sort it in place. Like words on the page, smallest top left, the biggest at the bottom right. But it's moving! Each row is sending... There's 2 secrets where I was initializing them too often, and 2, your random pattern was more efficient than moving anywhere. Huh. That's the only one you haven't solved. Smallest at the top left, biggest at the bottom right. Each row ascending left to right, and each number in a row should be bigger than all the numbers in the previous row. Oh, that's just telling me though. Use 48 or fewer commands. Cute. Alright, that sets the tone. I've successfully implemented many algorithms that didn't work. 1, 2, 3. We only have 5 dubes. We have 5 dudes. Dubes. I'm doob dabbity dab da dabbity dab dab dabbity dab da. Okay, so if we have 5 dudes, I could put 1 in each corner and 1 in the middle, because we can swap it, right? They gave us tell and listen. So if I 1, 2, 3. So we do step up, step up, step up. Okay. I know. Thanks. Step up. Okay. So we still want the last group to step one more up. So if you don't have anybody on your top left, no, on your top right, I want you to step up. Yeah. Yeah. So if nobody not a human, I want you to step up. So now we can go boop, 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 boop. No. Not what we wanted, because I didn't want her to go up. And she didn't end up with anybody on her top right, did she? No. Okay, and nobody on the top left. I love how I said I wasn't going to do this and then started playing with it anyway. We were just going to look. Right. So now what we need... I know, thanks. We need her to move to the middle and that dude to move to the... right. Oh, the randomizer does stop once you start playing. Oh, okay, so it doesn't allow you to preset the numbers, but it does stop moving. That's good. Okay. So we want Mr. Middle over here. So if you have nobody to, if you only have a if, okay, if data cube, if over there not a human, step that way, and if so that should get us to that. Oh, that's a hole. Okay, so we don't necessarily want to lose people. Because do you require an intervention? I might. And equals a data cube. Let's not push people into holes. Alright, and so now 63. So if dupe not equals the data cube, and dupe equals the data cube, and equals the data cube, then I want you to step up. So that gets us to where now we can trade, right? Because now we have them in an X pattern, so we can pick up and or trade, right? So now we need for the top. I mean, after that, what we need to do is basically, so we said they need to be in sort each data cube smallest. Stop it. Smallest at the top right, biggest at the bottom right. In each row, ascending left to right, and each number in a row should be bigger than all the numbers in the previous row. So you're basically doing a sort, right? Smallest at the top left. It's essentially a sort. So I mean, we could dump everybody in the hole and just have one person start the do the sort, right? That would be, because that would be one way. The other way is, instead of doing, I could have them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a inverted, like instead of an X. Right now I have them in an X position. I don't know if that's correct. I could put them in a cross position. I don't know. I need to always push the smallest number to the top right and the largest number to the bottom left, right? So I don't know. I think this is a problem for next time because it is 11 o'clock and I'm tired. Oh yeah, we had fun. We at least finished one, so that was super cool. We're getting close to the end. Mom and Dad of Invention. Goodbye, humans. Cool. These are getting significantly harder. I used to be able to do multiple levels in one stream, and we are definitely no longer there. But anywho, that is where we're at for tonight, I think. Otherwise, I'm going to get in trouble. Because I still have, work to do tonight. So, with that said, thank you so much for joining us, and to everybody who hung out while I struggled my way through this game. And I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your week. Trying to think if I have any announcements for this week or anything. Definitely come say hi. Next stream next Monday. Cincy Deliver is coming up soon. If you are in the Midwest to Cincinnati area, definitely check them out. It's going to be a great gig. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be speaking on some front-end things, including, if I remember correctly, dialog boxes, that kind of thing, dialogues, pop-ups, and the new pop-over API. So I'll be prepping that demo shortly. Definitely a great group of speakers selected. It's going to be a great conference. Definitely check them out. Also, don't forget to check out LoreLink. They have a lot going on with new features coming out and a lot of brand new announcements. Recently had a Win the News, which was super cool. Trying to think of what else is knew about them, but there was a bunch of stuff going on with them. So if you haven't checked it out, it is a TTRPG campaign management system. So if you're into gaming, they will be having a TTRPG workshop at Gen Con, so definitely check them out for that. And which is the beginning of August, I believe, is when Gen Con is. Other than that, I think that's about it for announcements for this week. I hope everybody have a wonderful week. I will see you same